Okay, so here we've got a scraper cartridge. We've modified this ever so slightly, and we're going to show you how to do the assembly of the scraper cartridge. But first of all, I want to show you about this one scraper arm, this one scraper blade. So what we get is, because these are laser cut, we get a slight burr, and the scraper blades sometimes just won't go in. If you see that, it's just not going into that slot. So what we got to do is just file that off ever so quickly, okay, and then pop straight in there, no problems at all, and wobbles around. We need them to be loose. Okay, that's very important. So, other than that, that scraper arm is set. This is the front of the drum, and the shoe at the back, which is the rear part of the drum. This goes in, the end goes in first. So, we're going to insert the pin. Now the pin is cut to length, it's just longer, but we'll show you this from the other side. It's just longer than the centre line of the scraper blades, but it's shorter than the retaining bolts. So we'll pop that in from this end, okay, like that. And sometimes you need to lift the scraper blade just to let it go in, okay. And all that does is stop the blades coming out, okay. Just makes it a lot easier in assembly. Doesn't affect the running of the machine, okay. But when you're carrying them to the machine and inserting them, they make a big difference. Otherwise, you'll end up dropping all the scraper blades on top. So we'll flip that over, okay, and then what we need to do is make sure that the pin, these are the grub screws, M8 grub screws, 25mm long, which go down past the pin and stop the pin coming back out, okay? So we're going to make sure that the pin is clear of that hole. So I'm going to poke in a 4mm, I think it's 4mm, might be 3mm, Allen key, wind that in, bearing in mind these are only going into plastic, so can't run them in very fast. Always ensure that the thread's fully engaged before putting the tool onto it. So we wind that up, just nip it up with a finger. That screw cannot come out in operation because there's a steel plate sitting on top of it, so it can't come past the carrying arm of the thing, of the arm. So this end, we've got another screw here. So I just push that in there to make sure that that pin is fully engaged back at the other end. And then insert this screw. Okay, just wind that down. Again, just got to be nipped in there. Nice, and just nip it in there, okay, so that it's flush, okay. Again, with that one it's flush. So I'm just going to show you the length of the pin. So the pin there and there is just inside of those two M8 grub screws. And for your information, that is just a 316 welding rod. I think it's either 1.6mm. It's about 1.52mm. Doesn't matter what size it is, as long as it's all it's got to do is hold those in. So when I lift that up, the scraper blades do not fall out, and that's it. It's all it is. Just transport it there, and all the scraper blades all fall back in. That is a scraper cartridge ready to go. That's it.